name is Min Ta. I'm the developer behind the upcoming adventure game Detective D: The Silk Rose Murders. Detective D is a point-and-click adventure game where you play as Di Renji, ancient China's most famous investigator, as he tracks down a serial killer in the heart of the Tang Dynasty's capital city. The genesis for the game comes from my personal interest in adventure games and detective fiction, and for the longest time I wanted to combine those things. For those who aren't familiar with Detective D, I guess the easiest way to sum it up is that he is sort of the Chinese version of Sherlock Holmes. In the same way that more recent depictions of Sherlock Holmes have managed to hit a chord with large audiences around the world, and here I'm thinking about the Robert Downey Jr. And Benedict Cumberbatch versions, it seemed to me that it was appropriate to try to adapt this very rich and iconic Chinese character for a wider gaming audience. I think that art style is a very organic thing. It kind of flows out of the design process. It's basically a lot of pixel painting, experimenting, trying to find the right look for the project. More specifically for this game, I wanted to experiment with an angular perspective that kind of anchors the scenery and gives it a sense of order and structure. In fact, one of the inspirations for this angular look is a very famous Song Dynasty painting that depicts the scene of a festival along a river. And if you look at that painting, you'll see some of the things that influenced the artwork in the game. When it comes to the adventure game genre and games that have inspired me in the past, I tend to think about games like Grim Fandango and Gabriel Knight, and even the Tex Murphy series, where I got to play someone who was trying to unravel a mystery. And more recently, certain games like The Last Door, like Swords and Sorcery, have also given me that sense of exploration and trying to discover the secrets behind what's going on. The game was successfully kickstarted back in 2015. At the time, it was my first foray into a full game release. Prior to that, I had done 3 Flash games that had been fairly successful, but this was an entirely new thing, and it's been a long journey, but I'm happy to say that we're nearing the end and that we're looking at a release date for Q4 2018.